be honest, so like I struggle with the gym because I love the gym. I used to work out. I used to be huge into fitness and like sports. And the older I get, I work 18-hour days now. You guys see me work like a dog. And what I see, you need a buddy like Matt to come to your house and literally call you a bitch and drag you out of bed. Because like, the older you get,
that's what wingmen are for, man.
I was gonna say, that's what wingmen are for, dude. That's why I found you guys.
You need a real wingman to come and like grab you and like be like, let's go. Like today I went to play squash with Luis today. We worked it for an hour. It was fucking amazing. I came like drenched in sweat. You need a buddy to come drag you out.
That's the whole point of having a wingman, bro.
You need a friend.
You know what?
A personal trainer doesn't help.
Most guys don't even realize what it's like to actually have a real friend. And that's why I call it a wingman, because having a friend is like, oh, hey, let's go get drunk together. It's like fucking retards, like hanging out together, right? But I remember when I was 18 years old and I was smoking hookah. I was in a hookah lounge with this chick named Emily. And Matt calls me, he's like, what are you up to? And I'm like, I'm just smoking shisha. And Matt starts giving me shit. He's like, dude, that's so bad for you. You shouldn't be smoking. All this shit, right? Because hookah was, dude, an hour of smoking hookah is like the equivalent of like 60 to 100 cigarettes.
That's crazy. And
so I immediately quit after. And he's like, you should be meditating and reading. So I picked up meditation and reading. And now I've done like almost a decade of fucking meditation, reading, and self-development, right? And like, if I didn't have Matt give me that literal wake-up call back, in 2014, I don't know if I'd be where I'm at today, Or like, for example, I remember earlier this year, Alfredo, where I owed you $5,000. You remember that? Because, me and Alfredo lived together. We split all our expenses and stuff like that. And then I owed him money for like a bunch of party expenses and then travel expenses because we were going to Egypt.
I remember this.
And so I owed you $5,000 and I had like no money in my bank account. Yeah, it was right before we went to Egypt, like a week before. And I had no money in my bank account because all my money was in crypto. And you're like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? You owe me money. Get the fuck out of bed and go do some business. And that week I did $30,000 in sales, right? And then I paid Alfredo back within a couple of days. No problem, right? And it just blew my fucking mind. It's like having friends who really call you on your shit, tell you when you're gonna make a mistake. Being able to be that friend who can do that for your friends, I think it's really important. Well, that's why I started working out again. Matt was like, I was so mad at that whole experience we had in Mykonos, where I was thinking, man, maybe if I had more tattoos, maybe if I was more jacked, maybe if I was more self-disciplined, I would have fucked those girls, no problem. You know what I mean? And so I was just really, really pissed off at myself. I read Dan Bilzerian's book on the flight back. It's called The Setup, and he talks about his whole life story and how he set his life up to, and like we have a very similar setup in Toronto. So I was reading that whole book, and I'm like, man, if you guys haven't read Dan Bilzerian's book, The Setup, it's a great book. Check it out. But the crazy thing is, we have a very, very similar setup in Toronto. But I was just thinking, how can we do it at a higher level? And a big thing was Dan was talking about just being jacked and being good looking. So I was like, you know what? We're in Athens. The next day, I get fucking hand tattoos for 7 hours, right? I get a full fucking sleeve. And then Matt's been pulling me out of bed every fucking day for 2 months.
Well, that's the thing. You got to surround yourself with people who have a higher standard than you all the time. And Luis also plays a part of that. It's like Luis would text me in the morning saying, Jim, wake up Justin. Right?
Straight up.
So if you have that setup, that environment where everyone is on the same page, everyone is on an upward spiral, you can't lose.
It's true. And it's funny too, right? It's like, how did we meet both these lovely ladies? Daygame, right? Matt was like, he's like, dude, we got to keep our skills sharp. I'm thinking like, dude, we're 10 years in the game. We're 10 years into fucking picking up chicks. Do we really need to be the guy going to the mall, doing cold approaches, meeting girls at the mall and stuff like that? But Matt was like pretty much saying like, dude, like this is what you got to do if you want to be the best. Matt always talks about being the best in his winner mindset. He always says like in his head, he thinks he's the best. So he'll take the right actions that the best would take, right? He thinks of himself as like the best, like the best of the best anywhere he goes, anything he does.
You do have like students like that tell you that they've taken like other pickup like coaches like programs and shit.
And they've never seen anything like us. It's crazy. But yeah,
there is action behind it. I'm not just saying that I'm the best.
Bro, I'd actually agree with that because I know a lot of guys in the PUA community, and I can honestly say everyone would be mind blown seeing you guys.
But what's crazy is like
crazy.
How we just push
Justin
each other.
Especially, bro. Like, well, Justin and Matt, they're very different in the way they do things, but both just very talented in what they do.
Well, the thing with Justin, to be honest,
Justin blows me away though.
He does me too, man. Because like I seen Justin's development from like when we first met to now.
I met Matt when I had like. I was pretty much kiss virgin, dude.
Dude, you fight the odds. It blows my mind. First of all, like, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, you're Indian, which is like, it's a stigma. You're short, you're thin, you're skinny, and you still fuck tens all the time. You got a guy with cerebral palsy. What is cerebral palsy?
One of my students had cerebral palsy. I have it on a video coming on YouTube soon.
Yeah, and then this guy, like a guy you look at, you'd be like, completely no chance. making out with a girl in the club, comes back to my house, makes out with her, and fucks her on my couch.
Really?
And I watched this happen.
You like stood up and watched it?
I just sit there. You have to watch it, to be honest. It's just like it doesn't make sense. It's like 2 plus fucking 2 is what, 8? Like, what the fuck?
He had cerebral palsy?
Cerebral palsy.
Yeah, you ever seen Breaking Bad? You ever seen Breaking Bad where the dude has like Walter's son has like
great guy, great human being, great personality.
Really nice guy.
Came back here, made out with this girl. Literally, I'm just watching this like in just awe.
So the girl slept with the guy that had cerebral palsy?
Well, you know what's funny? So the girl told him after,
like on that side, not this side.
You know what the girl told him? The girl was like, "Oh, I had no idea he had cerebral palsy. My little brother has cerebral palsy, and it's much more severe." So I think she kind of like knew and like almost
more
like
empathetic.
She was more empathetic, and she still found him attractive, and he was a cool dude.
But hear me out. How many people can take a guy in a program and get him laid like that? Like that shit blows my mind.
You know why? What makes me a good coach is like I had it just so fucking hard. I had crippling social anxiety, crippling OCD to the point I couldn't leave the house, and like manic depressive episodes, right? And like, I mean, Alfredo, you remember me after the media scandal? Like I moved in Alfredo's basement after I had an international media scandal, all this crazy shit happening, the world coming down on me and imploding on me. And I mean, so Alfredo's seen me at the very high and the very low, right? And so I've just overcome so much fucking shit that I'm able to help other guys overcome all their fucking like horrible fucking issues, no matter how bad it is, right? And so I don't know if I could even talk about this on the podcast, but I had a student. I'll just say I had a student who was. I'm not gonna go into detail, but long story short, one of my students was having a bit of a manic episode because his father passed away and was having suicidal thoughts and wanted to like jump off my balcony, and I had to talk him down from suicide. And Matt shows up. One of my other students starts freaking out, calling. We were all under the influence a little bit, and so one of my students starts calling Matt, blowing up his phone. Matt shows up to my place at 4:30 in the morning with police officers to fucking help de-escalate the situation, right? So it's like, I don't really think you'd ever be able to overcome your issues without having people who are at a higher level than you, or to spot your sticking points or your mistakes and catch your blind spots, right? But then also have supportive friends to help you along the way, because that situation, Luis, you were there tonight, Matt was there that night. Bro, that night could have turned out very, very differently. And in the end, he called me, he called all of us, he thanked us, and we talked, and he was like, dude, you guys like saved my life, and I thank you, I'm so grateful for the whole experience, and his whole life changed after, right? And because like you said it perfectly, the only way out is through. When you're having these horrible traumatic experiences and really tough times, the only way out is going straight through the experience, right? And so, you know, in that student's experience, he was able to go through it, through overcoming this pain, this trauma. He pulled a couple times in the boot camp, had a great fucking time. And he did a photo shoot with Matt, got sick fucking pictures, right? And then his life was just completely different, right? And so it's crazy how this works, where, you know, having good friends to push you or be there for you at the worst fucking times. You know, like, or like Alfredo being there for me when I'm having a media scandal, me being there for Alfredo when he's going through this traumatic breakup, you know, just being there for your boys, dude. I think there's nothing else like it. And most guys don't have friends like that. And it's so important to go out and find wingmen, find guys, find friends, build those connections. Really, really key. You know what I mean? Or like,
that's the thing, though, like, how do you find these guys, to be honest with you? Like, we're very lucky. We have a very good group of friends.
I don't think we're lucky, dude.
Yeah,
I don't think we're lucky, bro. I handpick all my friends.
I think it's the law of attraction, bro. You're just going to attract.
Well, Luis, when I moved to LA...
a lot of, we know a lot of people, to be honest with you. And a lot of people try to be my friend. I'm a bit of a dick, okay? I am a dick. Like, I am. Like, I'll admit I am a dick.
I think we're all like that, though.
But, like,
I think we're all guarded.
I'm the type of guy that, like, I don't have time to deal with other people. Like, I see, like, Justin, Matt, and Luis as my close friends. And I trust these guys, you know? But I don't have time to socialize with other people. So how do you know... Well, that's the thing.
Well, I kind of agree with what Louis said at law of attraction. It's like you got to attract these people in your life, but before you attract them, you got to first be that person.
But yeah, but that's the thing.
Well, Louis, I remember how we met friends.
Level, how do you cut the fat? So like, I get what you're saying. We're at a level right now where law of attraction, you know, we're obsessed with dudes, you know, like we have a lot of influence. You attract people in that circle. Well, somebody that's not
I did?
there.
What both Justin and I did is we actually, right when we were like 18 and 19, we found the best guys in the world, and we hung out with them.
That's true. I mean, that's literally what we did. So me and Matt was like 16, I was 17. We met on an online pickup forum. It was Simple Pickup, had a forum. If you guys remember Simple Pickup YouTube channel from back in the day, they had a forum on Find a Wingman. And me and Matt got in touch, became friends. We instantly became like fucking best friends. We had so much in common, like similar struggles in different walks of life. And we went out, pimped it for a couple years. And then I think you were like 18, I was like 20. You went to go work with Valentino Cohen, and I went to go work with Alex Solstrom from the 4 Week Natural, the XRSD instructor, right? So we just found like people were like the best in the world, and went to go
'Cause
fucking.
it goes back to the simple success formula, right? It's how do you get to where you want? Is you find out who are the best at what you want, and you suck the shit out of their brain, and you learn it.
What I personally did is I just found the people in the world with the best game, and not people who like said they have the best game. People were like, I was like, this is so clear. They have the best social skills. They're getting the best results. I became their best friends, learn what they know, understand their mindsets, and adapt into my own
Just finding a
lifestyle,
mentor, yeah.
You know? But I didn't need to pay them for mentorship. I didn't need to fucking, I mean, like, I've paid tons of people for mentoring. But in terms of like, there's two ways to do it, right? It's like you can either build a relationship with someone over years and years and years and pick their brain, right? Or you can just like pay someone a few $1,000s for like direct coaching. So that's where a lot of guys come to me and fucking learn what I know, and we become friends regardless. But I'm gonna spend 100 hours coaching with exactly what I know. You know, so I did both. I worked for a dating coach company, was coaching clients, was getting mentored by the top people in the world, right? And then also like coaching my own clients. Like I was doing it all at the same time. And I remember I had a year where my game went from like very low to very fucking high results very fucking quickly. You know, it almost felt like I became one of the best in the world overnight, like just snapping my fingers. I got put on the radar of a lot of like top people in the world in this, you know, I mean, I feel like our podcast isn't really pickup. It's more of like a dating show, but in like the pickup artist industry, the men's dating industry, you know, I became like the top guys there, like very, very quickly, right? Because of how I got mentored and trained, you know? So I thought that was really interesting. It's funny how I met Luis, actually, because, I mean, I met you through a mutual friend, and this is a really good way to meet friends, is I messaged my really good buddy Kavork that I used to film YouTube videos with. If you guys know Keyfork TV, aka Key Epic TV, really good friend of mine from Toronto. His channel did over 100 million views in a year, and I did like over 50 million views on his channel. And that was like kind of the start of my YouTube career before I was even like teaching pickup on YouTube. I was just doing like dumb vlogs on my channel, but on his channel, we were doing like pranks and stuff, right? And that's kind of how I knew like I would be successful in a social media career. This is back in like 2015. So in 2019, I'm in LA, and I messaged Kavork. I'm like, hey, do you know anyone in LA? And he puts me in a group chat with Luis. So I was under the impression that you guys were friends, or that you guys like knew each other or something like that. But apparently, you guys didn't even know each other.
Never talked to him once. He was saying he was my friend. I didn't know who he was.
Yeah, so I thought you guys were fucking boys, you know? But you guys, he put me in a group chat with you, and I guess you had a common interest of like pickup, men's dating, and self-development. And I had never seen your content. Like, on God, I had never seen To Catch a Cheater once. I mean, I had seen like To Catch a Predator, so I guess I kind of knew the name and understood the concept. Never seen your content, didn't know who you were. I looked at your Instagram. I thought you were a douchebag. We didn't even follow each other. But then it's funny because then you actually messaged me a few days later, and you're like, hey, are you that pickup artist dude? And I'm like, yeah, what's up, man? And you're like, yo, let's go do Daygame together. And I was like, oh, what the fuck? Like, because I didn't know you were into game. I just thought you were like just like one of these YouTube douchebags.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
I had a negative impression about like all these like YouTube influencers in LA because I went to VidCon and hang out with all these influencers. And I was just like, what I was thinking was like, I have nothing in common with you guys. I don't really want to be friends. I'm in a vlog with like Tana Mojo, David Dobrik, all these dudes, and like cool, hang out with them at parties or whatever. It is what it is. But like, I went to this VidCon party and I met like every fucking influencer on the fucking planet at that party. And like, I had nothing in common. Not even just didn't. It's not that I didn't feel like I belonged. I felt like we had nothing in common, and like we're not gonna be friends. But you and me did Daygame, and bro, I instantly felt like you were like my long lost brother, dude. It was so weird. Like we're instantly doing Daygame, and I felt like I knew you for years. I felt like you just got it, like you just instantly understood, you know, and like we were instantly fucking boys. You came to the club that night, and we're just fucking hanging out. It was fucking sick.
There's like little minuscule things that are hard to teach people. Like just like you and I when we watched the movie, the Black Panther movie, and how we at the end we looked at each other and we know the hidden agendas and little things they're doing there. And it's like it takes a certain level of person that can think this way to see beyond a lot of the BS. So I knew early on when we met, just through simple conversation and the way you were socially, I'm like, okay, he gets it. And then I get that a lot of people have that impression I'm a douchebag from YouTube.
From Instagram, which is great, because your Instagram game is fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, and it's funny because it's just funny. My Instagram is funny, dude. Because a lot of girls, they have an impression of me.
Yeah.
And then they meet me in real life, and they're just very blown away. Like, wow, you're like normal.
Dude.
I'm like,
perfect.
Yeah.
It's a perfect funnel.
You're not a douche, though? What?
It's a perfect funnel, dude.
But it is funny because they're attracted to it. As much as they say that I look like a douchebag, they're still DMing me and stuff like that.
But dude, I'm so glad we end up linking up. And it's so look at the common principles. How we met is through a mutual friend or like a mutual contact, and you would get along. And you know why Kavork said that we would get along? It's because you were talking to him about how you banged a girl from Toronto. You're talking about how you banged all these girls. And like, I just don't get along with guys who aren't into picking up chicks or into girls or into dating or into like going out and partying and meeting girls. Yeah. You know? And then we went to fucking Barcelona, went to Africa. We've been friends for years now. You know what I mean? It's crazy how it works. Right? Or I met Alfredo in the fucking college gym, invited him to a party. Right? And why is it important to have friends like that? Like, think about this. Remember, me and Matt leaving a club a couple weeks ago. is like, yo, just let's pull some girls home. We have no girls with us. Actually, I think it was with like one of my ex-girls. And I see Matt and the girl he was making out with in the club. And Matt walks up to this chick, and she's like, obviously gonna go home. I'm like, girls, don't go home. Just we're having an after party. Come to the penthouse. It's in the street. I'm like, yo, Matt, jump in a taxi with them. I stop a taxi. So like the fact that I was doing it makes it like more comfortable with the girls and like not weird and not so like in their face. I stop a taxi. I'm like, Matt, just jump in the cab. And Matt just jump. I'm like, I hail the cab. I'm like, hey man, we're just going down the street. We'll give you $20. The guy's like, okay, cool. And then Matt and the girls jump in the taxi, and I walk home, right? And Matt ends up banging the chick, right? So this is another factor of like finding good wingmen. This is a while. It's probably like a month ago. It's probably
This never
It's
happened.
probably
It's a
not
dream. It's all a dream.
It's all a
by the way.
dream.
It's all a
it
dream.
was a 2 weeks ago. It was
he woke
before.
up.
I think it was like last year,
before he
bro.
met this girl.
I just
think it
want
was
you to
like
say
last
to
year.
zoom in the camera after.
It was like a few days ago.
Grabbing Matt's arm. Like,
Felicia, it was like
going
4 days
on?
ago.
You know, and
it happened like
just
3-4 days ago when you weren't here.
The last year, right?
I'm joking. No, that never happened. But the whole point is like having a wingman to check your blind spots. You know, check your blind
Oh
spots.
my god.
I remember in 2014.
This is so fucked. I'm telling you right now, like, what
Wait,
the
why
fuck
is
am I
this fucked?
watching?
Why
I'm
is this
literally
fucked?
watching this beside her, like, just her grab Matt's arm and be like, what? And Matt's like, no, that never happened. I swear, baby. I pray to God. And Justin's over there in bliss, like, fuck Matt, I'm gonna ruin his girlfriend. You're a good wingman right now, Justin, you know.
Here's the thing. This is a good example. This is a really good
an hour
example.
ago before she was here, you know.
This is a really good example of being a good wingman because this is gonna make her like Matt more. To be honest.
So big one. What the fuck?
I'm joking.
I don't think you're joking.
Look, guys. Look, girls, don't take anything we say on the podcast seriously. It's just for marketing. It's just for
marketing.
content.
It's for content.
It's just for shock value. Everything,
It's for the views.
everything we say is said in jest, for all legal purposes and everything. It's all. We just made this up. There was no Russian girl that Matt banged. What was her name again?
I was at church 4 days ago.
No, it wasn't 4 days ago, Felicia. It was before we met you. Don't
Who
worry.
are some PUA guys that you guys follow? That you guys think, oh, like you admire the.
You know what? Owen Cook in his prime, fucking absolute legend. Julian Blanc before the Me Too movement in his prime, fucking interesting.
But he's married
interesting
now,
character. Dude, he's married and has a daughter.
Yeah, I know.
How crazy is that?
What do you think of this? Like, I mean, the girl he married is like average at best.
It doesn't matter because
It's kind of interesting to me.
what does that mean though? What is average? Because if
Actually,
she
you know what?
fulfills
You're
all your
sitting there
needs,
stuck with her, dude.
dude.
Well, hear me out. I love that you said it, to be honest with you. And there's one thing my dad says to me, to be honest with you. It's like, listen, you can bang all these hot girls, but you know what? Like, at the end of the day, it's the personality that matters. Because you ever gets old, you know? So like, maybe she's a great personality.
So would you date an ugly girl with a great personality?
I'll date a decent girl with a personality.
I wouldn't date an ugly girl with a great personality, but I'd date a gorgeous girl with a great personality,
I
and
mean,
then
that's
over
hard to
time she
find,
gets
though.
older.
Like, it's
It's
hard to find
I don't
that.
think she was average, man. I think she looked like a nice girl. She looked like look, the woman you want to raise your children. Do you want her to be like some party girl who's doing coke on the weekends, who like sucked 100 different dudes' dicks, or do you want her to be like a wholesome woman with family values, who has a great relationship with her mother and has a great relationship with her dad, and has
what I want,
has
yeah.
an amazing connection with you, and has the same
Yeah,
goals
all
in
that.
mind?
she's a
But, like,
7.
she should
She's not
still
a
be
10.
attractive. Like,
Yeah, but she's she's a 7.5, like 8.
I think the woman you marry, you want her to be a
I wouldn't
7.5
even
and
put her
an
that
8.
high though. That's the
I don't
thing.
think
Oh
so.
my
I don't
God,
think so,
man.
Justin.
I don't know.
I think you should aim for the moon.
Fuck, this is like a really.
You gotta go for
Generally
10 out of 10
you know?
personality and looks.
You know what? I like that, but I've dated girls who are absolutely fucking tense. And the drama that comes to them, the other dudes in their fucking
Remember
DMs.
Natasha? I didn't want to say that shit.
Yeah,
never mind.
but
You gotta keep
dude,
looking,
Yeah,
dude.
I'll forget. Like, let's not name
I mean,
names, but like
I
the
dated,
hottest
like,
girls,
bro,
bro.
I
Like
dated
they come with baggage, bro.
fucking 10.
They come
I
with
agree.
they come
Hottest
with
girls.
baggage, bro.
I'd agree. I'd
fucking
rather
psycho.
date an 8 who's like a 10 in personality than a 10 who's like
That's
a
what I'm
shit
saying, you
personality.
know,
Of
like-
course.
If you're
It's
talking
just
about
not
long
worth it.
term, if you're
Of
talking about
course.
serious, like long term, do you want your girl to be like an OnlyFans model?
Wow.
Do you want your girl to be like some famous TikTok bitch who has like 1,000 rappers in her DMs?
Bro, I
Because
think,
that-
I
you know what
think
mean?
you can find 10 out of 10 looking girls that are pretty 10 out of 10
What country?
personality.
Where? Show me.
I'm not gonna lie.
like-
Matt has a unique ability to find really, really hot girls with low body counts with family values. You know?
Okay, Matt. Introduce me, please.
There's one sitting right next to you.
Guys,
Take her,
you
take
her,
guys
take
were
her,
take her,
you
take
guys
her.
were just in Poland. Like, what is this?
Matt, can I ask the
Poland is
question?
alive. I
Matt,
think-
can I ask the question?
Depending on what the question is.
You know the question.
It's
The
another
guac?
made it.
Is it the guac question?
Ask the question.
Felicia, what's your body count?
Pass the
Oh,
mic. Pass the mic. Pass the mic.
I gotta hear this. Go.
You don't have to answer it if you don't want to.
She's
God,
shy.
No
She's
pressure.
not
She's shy.
answering.
Is it just answer this? Is it over 100? Over or under?
Under.
Over 50 or under?
Under.
Over 20 or under?
Under.
Over 10 or under?
Under.
Over 5 or under?
Under.
That's all we need to know.
Okay,
Alfredo,
wait. I
how
got you.
much-
Go ahead. Would you marry a girl that's over 100 kills?
Fuck no.
Would you, Alfredo?
Yeah, she had a good personality.
Just a good person.
She had a good personality. She was decent, you know. Yeah, I would. I don't discriminate.
Yeah,
on that.
that's
I think,
like
I think
Ju-
the numbers. It's just a number.
Yeah,
to be
that's
honest
all
with you.
Justin's exes, bro.
You know.
It's not all my
A
exes.
big question. Would you date a girl that your buddy banged?
No.
That's a great question.
No.
No.
If she was
I wouldn't
an
even-
absolute, you vibe with her. It was a drunk night. Justin
like-
banged her.
but
If Justin banged her. I
don't
don't
even-
understand, but like you know, if Matt banged
I don't
her,
talk. I wouldn't talk to any girl that my friends banged.
a year
even-
later, it was a one night stand. A year later, you find out they banged. It's over.
Who had a one night stand?
She had a one night stand with, like, say, Matt.
Mm-hmm.
A year later, you meet her. 3 dates in, you find a Matt at her back.
But if she's 10 out of 10,
But 10 out of 10
Looks.
personality.
And you like her,
and-
you vibe with her.
No, I still wouldn't.
what if it's with
marry
my
her, you're
permission?
saying?
It's
Marry
smash and
her?
pass.
Oh, date her, marry her, you know. Automatically
marry
for you
her.
is cut.
You know what's funny? I know Luis is telling the truth, bro. I know, because, like, bro, if I smash a girl and I try to introduce her to Luis after, Luis says, like, he wants nothing to do with her, dude. Even if they're, like, really hot.
But not only that, like, I'm not really friends with girls. So, like, if my friends are dating a girl, she's like my friend with the circumstance that she's dating my friend. But if they break up, she's not my friend. Like,
No, I actually.
I have no interest
love
in
that,
talking
and
to
I
her.
agree with that.
Alfredo, you're full of fucking shit.
No, hear me out.
You were so, no offense, I love you, but you're full of shit.
Hear me out. Hear
You
me out.
are full of
your
shit.
circumstance is different because, like, I'm
My
trying to burn bridges.
My
I'm
circumstances
not
are
trying.
different.
I'm not trying to burn
I
bridges.
can think
for
of
people
countless
who are fucking
examples. I
very
love you,
cool.
bro. But you're a people pleaser. You like being friends with your friends' ex-girlfriends.
No, that's not true. Name one. Name it right now.
Do you want me to go there?
Do it.
Laura, Farah, Alexa.
Laura, hear me out. Laura, you broke up with her.
Yeah, you did stop talking to Laura, but
No, Laura, you broke up with her. She came to my party and then she banged 2 dudes at the same night, and I didn't know that.
two dudes.
She came
What?
You told me she banged 2 dudes. She came to my
No,
party, banged
I know
2
she
dudes.
banged one dude. What, two dudes? What
Okay,
the
whatever.
fuck?
She came with 2 dudes.
It's news to me, bro. What the
Anyways,
fuck?
that's the last day I ever talked to Laura. Who's the next one? Farah?
What about my exes?
Yeah.
I have never seen Farah one-on-one
Yes,
yet.
you fuck. Okay, one-on-one. One-on-one, you didn't.
I see
One-on-one-
Farah in a group setting with
Okay.
mutual friends because she's mutual friends who are mutual friends. But do I go on my way to talk to her?
No, but you get what I'm saying, right?
Yeah,
like,
I mean,
there's
There's
I don't
one
know,
thing
man.
of going out of my way to hang out with a girl one-on-one.
I agree with
and
you.
then, like,
No,
you know,
I'm not saying you do that. I'm not saying you do
You
that.
know, but
like,
if she's there in a social circle, like, I'm not gonna just run away. That's just weird,
Bro,
you know?
straight
You
up.
go to a party and she's
if,
there.
if
I'm
one of
gonna
my
turn around
friends
and be like,
breaks up with a girl, dude, if one of my buddies breaks up with a girl, she's an op now, bro. I got shooters on
She's
standby.
blacklisted.
but hear me out. But you have to understand too, like,
No, I get what you're
There are
saying. I get what you're
situations that
saying.
you can't
I
just
get what you're
walk
saying.
away, you
I
know?
saw Matt. I saw fucking Mariah at fucking Ultraviolet. I cold approached her friend by accident. Then Mariah comes up to me and I'm just trying to like be cool. So I give her a hug. I'm like, oh hey Mariah, what's up? And then I'm like, and then I started like talking really highly about Matt. And I'm like, yo, Matt's got a hot girlfriend now. Matt's jacked. He's been in the gym. He's got tattoos. He's jacked now.
well, that's a good
He's dating all
friend
these
there,
hot
you know?
girls.
That's the way it's supposed to be.
You know what I
Like,
mean?
So the other day, I was talking to my ex, whatever, and then she tells me that a girl. Actually, we were talking about this the other day. A girl goes up to her and she's like, "Justin told me to flirt with your ex,
Oh,
but I
yeah.
don't want to because I don't want to get involved."
No. I told Alva to
Oh.
flirt with you while your ex was there.
Hey man,
at
and
the
my,
booth.
my ex told me this, and I was like,
Oh, you fucking kidding me?
and I was like,
Fuck Alva, dude. I was gone. I was cut, dude.
But anyways, I was like, fuck yeah, Justin. She was like, how can he do that? He's like,
She said
and
that?
I'm like, in my head, I'm like, that's
Bro,
a
I
fucking
fucking
friend. Listen,
hate
if my
Alma. What a
fucking
dumb
friend
bitch.
breaks up with a fucking girl, I will go up to her and fucking brag.
No, so what happened
This guy's
is,
fucking 10.
what happened-
His dick
Alfie.
grew 10 inches more. He's fucking amazing. He's immaculate, to be honest with you. Got a dick pump, it's
One
great.
thing I will say is I try my best to be a really good friend to the people I care about. I try my best to be an absolutely good friend. But so dude, that's why I always put my buddies. I always try to put my buddies on. I always try to tag my friends to get them bitches because then I know I've got thousands of girls following me on Instagram. So if I tag one of my friends and I'm like, yo, go follow Matt, or like I take photos of I take videos of Matt taking pictures at the club, and I always tag Matt because I know a lot of my girls will go follow him, and he does the same thing, right? Or like I try to always tag Luis because he's not from Toronto. And like I know girls who are into him or find him attractive are gonna go follow him, right?
Baby, there's one thing I want to tell you guys right now, and this is my honest advice. If your buddy tries to fuck your ex, or even a year later, he's not your fucking friend.
Fred, you try to bang all my exes.
Your mom doesn't count, Justin. Your mom
joking,
doesn't
I'm
count Justin.
I'm joking. Relax. Calm down.
But seriously, that's one thing I always hear from guys. Like, oh, it's like a year later, like 6 months later. Doesn't fucking matter, okay? Like, if your buddy dates a girl and you go after her, you're not his friend.
Yeah, dating is different, but
Fucking is a different story. You
but
fuck
yeah,
with
we
yeah,
smash and pass pretty.
Well, it
frequently.
depends on the girl though. You gotta I mean, Matt always asks me for permission. Like he's like, "Oh, what's your relationship with this girl?" Or like, it depends on the girl, obviously. Or if you're like still like
well,
the
there's
status.
circumstances too. To be honest, like there's like, just like you, Justin, which is like you have everybody's your girlfriend in Toronto. You know.
Bro, I have a lot of ex-girlfriends, man. I've had a like, I don't know, man.
I took the girl to the club and it's like, oh, that girl, I dated her for like 2 weeks. You know, I'm like, oh, the fuck.
Still counts.
This girl that left her. Hey, how are you? Oh, that girl, I banged her like 3 times. I'm like, oh, who haven't you fucked here, Justin?
Oh, this girl. Oh, dude, I just fucked her in the bathroom.
It's like
we just got
fuck
done
myself,
fucking.
you know.
all you.
Dude, remember Saturday? It's like, yeah, there's 6 girls at my place. I already fucked 5 of them.
It was
I'm
crazy.
going for the 6th one.
It's like
That didn't happen.
and then the girls are like trying to brag.
That never
I went
happened,
to this
babe.
cool penthouse party. I'm like, oh yeah, it's like, oh, I banged the guys. I'm like, okay, where's the penthouse? Like, where's the address? She shows me the fucking picture of my balcony. I'm like,
She goes, oh my god. She's,
nice to meet you. You know,
she
like,
goes, that's Justin's penthouse.
it's just a penthouse. I'm like, yeah.
It's Justin's penthouse. You just live there.
Girls would do that. Alfredo gets so mad. Alfredo gets so fucking mad because he's my fucking roommate.
Because I work fucking like a dog. And I'm never home.
Dude, he's never home, right? And the girls come over. They've been here like 4, 5, 6 fucking times. They've
on a
slept over
Tuesday,
3 times.
Monday, Wednesday.
Yeah, but here's the thing. He'll never meet these girls. They'll come over on the weekend, and Alfredo will be like, oh, hey, welcome to my house. And they'll be like, fuck you. This is not your house. This is Justin's house.
Bro, I had that happen to me once. Like, fuck you, this is Matt's house and Justin's. I'm like,
Some people
what
think it's my
the
place.
fuck? I'm like, who the fuck do you think you are? She's like, give me alcohol. I'm like, fuck you, bitch. And then she goes over to Justin. He's so mean to me. I'm like, well, you literally just told him to fuck himself in his own house, you know? You're on my couch, drink my booze, you know? Yeah, I'm an easygoing guy. You can have whatever you want. There was
Dude, it's
house
so fucked
etiquette.
up.
There's got to be a house like,
Bro,
nice to
I remember-
meet you.
I remember
like,
there was
I
a
go to my
month-
friend's house. I'm like, hi to her
There
mom.
was a month where Alfredo called me. This is last summer, so like 2021. He calls me and he's like, bro, I don't know what it is, but I spent $20,000 on booze and food this month because we're just throwing parties like
Wow.
Yeah,
crazy, dude.
Last year I spent
And, like-
$60K on like just fucking partying. I like
Bro.
did my analysis of my calculation. I'm like, how the fuck do I spend $60K? But then we were going out every single fucking day.
Dude, we
I
were
went through a
going
breakup
out
last year too, right? And it was like every
we
day
weren't just going out
fucking-
though. We were having people over every day, and Alfredo was spending thousands of dollars on alcohol.
We're having
And all these random
orgies.
bitches just show up and just drink all the booze, right? And then like, it was so fucking crazy, man. And like,
Girls just show up here on weekends out of habit. They're thinking there
Dude,
must be a party.
yeah.
They'll
Oh,
just
yeah.
show up at 2 a.m.
Bro, girls
the
up here
time.
at 2 a.m. in the
All the
morning
time.
for fucking a reason, banging the door, and then
But nobody invited them. They just show up and we're like, we
they
open the
show
door
up.
and they just.
Bro, literally, fucking what happened Saturday? Who texts you say I'm horny?
yeah, it was Friday night. I got a phone call from a girl, and she's like, "I'm horny," and then
She showed up with
and
a friend.
one thing she showed up with a friend, and then one thing leads to another, and then nothing happened.
Yeah, this is what we said before.
No-
you
nothing
know,
happened.
Never
You're an
give up.
orgy.
You know, don't do what I did. I got really drunk and passed out. You know, like I fucked up. I should have stayed awake for these church. You know,
Alfredo did fall asleep and pass out because, dude, all these girls naked in my room. It's just like all these girls naked in my room,
Naked.
and I'm like, what do I do? What do I do? Help!
don't worry, Matt wasn't there. Matt was at church.
Yeah. I mean,
Man,
Yeah, Matt wasn't there. Yeah, Felicia, Matt wasn't there. Yeah.
I was there for a prayer meeting.
let's say a prayer.
Yeah, just as like there's a prayer meeting in my room.
Oh my god, we're gonna
Like,
hell,
oh my
guys. We're
God.
fucked.
Oh my God. Time to talk to God.
Gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Marc, international dating coach, relationship expert, and VIP lifestyle development coach. I've been teaching dating, soul skills, and Daygame for 10 years in 50 plus countries, 6 continents, to thousands of guys in person just like you. And I love teaching guys this stuff. So if you like this video, please make sure to do me a favor and leave a thumbs up on this video. I really do appreciate that. Now, if you want to follow me more closely, you can go ahead and follow me on my new Instagram, DrunkJustin2, and watch my daily Instagram stories where I'm always partying with hot girls, doing exclusive events, crazy shit on my daily Instagram stories. Make sure to follow me there. You can see me traveling around the world in real time, doing amazing things, and teaching guys like you in person every day on my Instagram, and you can message me on my Instagram as well. So go ahead and follow me on Instagram and message me there. And if you want to actually call me, you can call me at justinmark.com. We'll do free consultation calls. You can actually call me and we'll do a free discovery call where we can get you on the right action plan to change your dating life and your social life at justinmark.com. And if you guys want to dig deeper and watch more of our more exclusive content, go to wingmanpodcast.com and watch our Wingman podcast on Spotify, Apple, and all platforms. And we'll see you guys very soon in a new video. My name is Justin Mark, and I'll talk to you very soon. Peace out.